Can I sleep on your couch tonight?
Well, you can try, but the people across the hall are being very noisy.
Noisy. Noisy.
But the people across the hall are being very noisy.
Believe it or not, he was worse when I met him.
Oh, I do not believe that.
You are so naive. Just like
Naive. Naive.
you are so naive. Just like... In retrospect, that was clue number 2.
Retrospect. Retrospect.
In retrospect, that was clue number 2.
What is the 6th noble gas?
What?
You said you're a scientist. What is the 6th noble gas?
Radon?
Noble. Noble.
What is the 6th noble gas?
Radon?
All right. Next question. Kirk or Picard?
Oh, well, that's tricky. What?
Tricky. Tricky.
Oh, well, that's tricky. What? What's the difference?
This seat is ideally located, both in relation to...
Ideally. Ideally.
This seat is ideally located, both in relation to cross breeze in the summer. It also faces the television at a direct angle, allowing me to immerse myself in entertainment or gameplay without being subjected to...
Immerse. Immerse.
Allowing me to immerse myself in entertainment or gameplay without being subjected to... Allowing me to immerse myself in entertainment or gameplay without being subjected to conversation. As a result, I've placed it in a state of eternal dibs.
Eternal. Eternal.
As a result, I've placed it in a state of eternal dibs. In a post-apocalyptic world, which task would you assign the highest priority? Locating a sustainable food source, reestablishing a...
Sustainable. Sustainable.
Locating a sustainable food source, reestablishing a... This isn't going to work if you're guessing. When do you evacuate your bowels?
Bowel. Bowel.
When do you evacuate your bowels?
I have to.
When you have to? I'm sorry, I don't rent to hippies.
Hippie. Hippie.
I'm sorry, I don't rent to hippies. Never fly it upside down. Unless the apartment's in distress.
Distress. Distress.
Unless the apartment's in distress. That's disappointing.
Disappoint. Disappoint.
That's disappointing.
I'm sure he'll go away.
I'm just gonna keep knocking till you answer.
Till. Till.
I'm just gonna keep knocking till you answer.
Rocket fuel is kind of secret.
Okay, what does that have to do with Joyce Kim?
As it turns out, she was a North Korean spy.
Spy. Spy.
As it turns out, she was a North Korean spy.
Did it occur to you that was by design?
According to the roommate agreement, I'm entitled to allocate 50% of the cubic footage of the common areas.
But you did.
Cubic. Cubic.
Agreement, I'm entitled to allocate 50% of the cubic footage of the common areas.
But you did.
Agreement, I'm entitled to allocate 50% of the cubic footage of the common areas.
But you didn't notify me by email, so this is still a breach.
Breach. Breach.
But you didn't notify me by email, so this is still a breach. But you didn't notify me by email, so this is still a breach.
I did notify you.
Oh, you...
Notify. Notify.
I did notify notify you.
Oh, you...
Well, what am I doing in your spam folder?
I put you there after you forwarded me a picture of a cat playing...
Thereafter. Thereafter.
I put you there after you forwarded me a picture of a cat playing...
Okay, what does all this have to do with the elevator?
Well, I'm getting to it.
I assure you, you'll be sorry you wasted your money on an iPod when Microsoft comes out.
Pod. Pod.
I assure you, you'll be sorry you wasted your money on an iPod when Microsoft comes out.
The trick is to mix it into Tovex in order to create a combustible gel that will generate over 8,000 kilonewtons of thrust.
Thrust. Thrust.
Gel that will generate over 8,000 kilonewtons of thrust. You might be an expert on theoretical physics and science fiction programs and where to sit on a freaking couch, but this is a
Freak. Freak.
where to sit on a freaking couch, but this is a Not only did Sheldon save my life, he didn't rat me out to the landlord or the police.
Landlord. Landlord.
He didn't rat me out to the landlord or the police.
Why do I smell methacrylate?
Clear nail polish. I had a mani-pedi.
Polish. Polish.
Clear nail polish. I had a mani-pedi. You're not even watching.
I can hear it.
The dialogue offends you?
I would hardly call...
Offend. Offend.
Dialogue offends you?
I would hardly call...
Dialogue offends you?
I would hardly call that dialogue.
I'm insane, you know that?
Don't make me...
Insane. Insane.
Insane, you know that?
Don't make me...